fall has seemingly always been the best season for growing here on the homestead. And, you know, that's because it's starting to cool off. There's finally monsoon rains, so there's more moisture. And I've already pushed through most of the other crops. This year, I hurt my back earlier, so I really slowed down on the gardens, but I feel a lot better now. And I'm going to pull out some seeds because I probably have about 40 feet of 3-foot deep garden rows that are inside the greenhouses. And I can probably plant some stuff and just kind of roll the dice outside too and just see how that goes. So I'm going to go through the seeds right now. You know, each one of these little boxes has between, 5 and 20 packets of seeds. And I'll just go through and grab some things that I know will do good. I know spaghetti squash is good. Obviously, radishes are easy. Turnips, carrots would do pretty good right now. I haven't had a lot of success with the carrots because I haven't had deep enough soil, but I might now. And anyway, I'm going to put together some seeds and then I'll go out. I'll rake the rows and then I'll plant some seeds. So I have a massive amount of arugula growing around the homestead. It's one of the things that does the best here. And so thinking for stuff I could plant outside, there's arugula seeds here, and I don't really need arugula seeds. I've got it all over the homestead, so it's good cover crop. So I'll just take the arugula and I will put that outside. This is more arugula. Wow, all of these are arugula. To be honest, I have such a massive field there that I think it'd be a good idea to just throw it down. There's asparagus seeds. I don't know that now would be a good time for that. All right. Oh, beets. I think beets are okay now, yeah? Oh, broccoli would probably do good. These are colorful starburst carrots. Chard is good. I've got Swiss chard out there, but we could plant some chard. Oh, pickling cucumbers. I could try some cucumbers. They might make it. Corn, not a good idea right now. What's this? Oh, dandelion. Yeah, actually. Try some dandelion. Kale would obviously do good. That would even do out on the outside if I have more, maybe. Cress. Lettuces are all gonna do good right now. Here, we'll put some... Oh, there's a whole bunch of it here. We should try some of this for cover, kale. Just throw it down and see if we get a big old harvest. Spinach. I've had cantaloupe do good before. I don't know what this is exactly. Oh, it's a Jenny Lind melon. I don't know what it seems kind of like it's a melon. Maybe we'll try some melon. Mint. I've got lots of mint right now. I guess we could just do this. Oh, moringa. People have asked me to do moringa for so long. I should probably just throw some in the geothermal and see what happens. Maybe I put a couple along the fence too, just to see how it does inside and outside. From what I understand, it gets too cold here, but it can die off and grow back apparently. Would some flowers do okay? Oh, there's more type of dandelion, a different one. Yeah, these would be okay. You can do marigolds, it looks like. throw some marigolds. Here's some more. Oh, that's a wildflower mix. It's perennial. I should throw some of this outside. So we got an outside pile. Oh, these are, I'm not sure what all these beans are. Oh, turnips. Turnips do good. Maybe outside. Oh, butternut squash. That would probably do well. That would probably do well. For outside, I've got the long-standing spinach, barley, beets, purslane, turnips, perennial flowers, iron kale mix, kale, and then a bunch of arugula. And I know arugula does great out here. So there's this huge area out here. It's probably a 1/4 acre that I've, over the years, continued to add manure and organic material, and it holds water in that section. When it rains really hard, this is one of the lower sections of my homestead, and so that whole space gets watered, and it was just watered, and it holds water for a long time. And so that's an ideal time to plant those things out there on that field there. And once I get that field established and it's doing well, I can partition the pasture off into sections and try to grow what I can out there. Some stuff will be successful, you know, some stuff won't. And then for the greenhouses, I've got beets, broccoli, starburst carrots, chard. I'm going to do a cucumber, we'll see. Dandelion, French, dazzling blue kale. This is long-standing spinach, Jenny Lind. Why not try it? People have asked me to do moringa a billion times, and I'm going to try some inside and some outside, and we'll just see what happens, because they might just die off. It's supposedly too cold, but they might work. This is a Japanese white dandelion, marigold, butternut squash, and radish. So this is the groundwater recharge pit, and then the swales that run down to the pond. But this section is just, you can see a lot of grass on here, and this is just the soil that I've spent the most time improving out here on the homestead. You can see the pond out there on the agricultural pond for horses that's on the so-called pasture. It's supposed to rain again tonight, and the ground it just rained really good last night. And so what I want to do is come through and rake the ground. This is actually really good looking. It's gotten so much better over time. And just disturb it enough that then I can throw the seed down and then come back and just give it one more little rake. Yeah, there's a nice few inches of manure and compost on the top here. So I mentioned that I've been building this soil for years, and I think it's important to point out that you could just haul in material and do that over a weekend. But I've always wanted to do everything that I can from here. And so this is all manure from the homestead. Compost and manure that I created here on the homestead, and so that takes a lot longer. There's a bunch of little sprouts down here too. And so if there's a spot with a bunch of them, I'm trying not to tear anything up, but I kind of have to do this to plant seed effectively. This is a lot of work. I've already got blisters. So I'll just put on some gloves, I guess. That was tough. I got a fat old blister. I should have just put gloves on out the gate, but I raked it all the way down to where it starts to curve in really hard. I guess just before those couple trees. It goes out to there. So I didn't do everything, but I just figure, you know, I still got to throw a bunch of seed down. I still got to do the gardens, and I want to rake this before the rain tonight. So I'm satisfied with this massive chunk. And I don't know if you guys could see really well, but there are thousands and thousands of little seedlings coming up because of the rain. Some are native, some aren't. I've got a bunch, I mean hundreds of little patches of grass. Some's native, some's blue grandma. Let's see what else. There's hairy grandma would be native. Oh, I planted Bermuda and some other seeds. So I've seen alfalfa and arugula, and it's a long game when you plant stuff like this and you build the soil yourself. So I just took a bowl and mixed everything together. And I'm just gonna basically go around and throw the seed. These onion seeds are good. Finally, I probably should harvest them and set them aside for next year. Oh, sheesh. I just spilled a bunch of marigold seeds. Anyway, these are marigold seeds. They should fall down in the compost and mulch nicely. I've basically got 4 stretches of garden. So I'm going to put down flowers across all of that, and then 4 different types of seed. Good girl. Yeah, it's hot and humid in here. So we got more marigolds. I'll just put some down on both sides. There's actually a lot of little seedlings coming up just because it got wet. You know, a little bit of water gets in here and waters the garden. There's a lot more of these dandelion. These are French dandelion. All right. You know, carrots. This is probably one of the deeper spots for carrots. And a section that might get more water. Okay. Broccoli. It's hot in here, huh, Helga? Oh. Okay, so what we got left, pickling cucumber, butternut squash, melon, and moringa. So, well, let's see how many. There's quite a few moringa. If we got one to come up over here, that might be good. Maybe one more in the middle here. I can put one more at the end and just keep the ones that do the best. So I put down just a few moringa seed. I think the rest of these should go outside. I'll just put them in my pocket and do it after this. Okay, so the rest of this should go on this side. Butternut squash is probably the most it can handle the cold the best. So I'll put it at this end. There's quite a bit of water down here too. Lots of seedlings coming up. This is the best soil I've ever had for sure. It just keeps getting better each year. Okay. I'm gonna just go with the melon and then the cucumber. I'm just gonna throw these down. The cats solve so many things, like Before, I would have to worry about mice coming and getting all these seeds, but because I have so many cats, there are no mice. Okay, so finally, we got some cucumbers we'll put down, and that'll be it. Oh, there's a bunch of cucumber seeds. I'll plant moringa on the inside of the fence that I already have up that's near the pond, and hopefully some survive. And then I just got to come back in here and water.